anyone and everyone. Today is the last day of summer break. I'm going back to school tomorrow, actually studying high school, but anyways, thought I'd show you what's in my backpack and just explain why I organize it the way I do, because I do it a little bit different than most people. And I also include other things simply because my freaking narrow, spicy brain doesn't like normal organization. So yeah, here's my backpack. Nothing crazy, just like standard backpack. I don't know. I think I'll start with the small pack. Okay, so starting off, I've got gum. I chew on my lips a lot, and I don't know. It's technically a fidget, but in my mouth. I don't know how to explain that. But yeah, I like watermelon or cinnamon, but since I do wear a mask, which I'll talk about later, the cinnamon does hurt to inhale long term if I'm wearing the mask, so I like watermelon. Anyways, I've got this ruler here. As you may have noticed, it's also a slap bracelet, but because of my weird sensory issues, I really cannot stand the texture of it on me, and so I just use it as a fidget. It's fun to snap and stuff. Yeah. Moving on, I've also got putty. This is one of my more used fidgets. I use it quite often, and I put the black pearl one in here because it's already really dark in color. So if I get it dirty at school or I'm playing with it at school, it doesn't change the actual color because it's already really dark. Plus, in general, I do like darker colors, and I don't really like the bright ones because they stand out. Yes, everybody there knows that I have fidgets and stuff, and plenty of them have them too. It's not like a social issue, it's just rather not bring attention to them. I don't know why, but yeah. Then I've just got my eraser and sharpener. I do have two of these, but this is the one I use more often because it's all in one, so I can just take this out whenever I take out a pencil instead of having to search for an eraser or a sharpener separate. And I've just got my pencil lead and whatever this is. I believe it's like the bottom of a chair. I don't know. I like it. It's fun to play around with, fun to balance and spin. So, yeah. And right here we've got a mostly empty gum wrapper. This is for random trinkets that I find throughout the year. It's quite empty now because I've emptied out all of the trinkets from last year, but mostly metal pieces and various things that I like to play around with that really shouldn't be just like out sitting in there. Yeah, I put them in here. Got pins, I've got rubber band, spring. This is just stuff that I decided to keep from last year in here instead of take it out and set it outside of my backpack. I've also got this little container with padding in case I find anything like this wing. I have somewhere to put it. And if you're wondering, yes, I really am that much of a collector. Anyways, I've got 3 pencils. Now, this will change throughout the year, and there's a good chance I'm actually going to have 2 normal pencils and a mechanical pencil, because I like the weight of a very specific mechanical pencil. This paperweight one, Papermate, gosh. Anyways, I also like the texture, but yeah. This is the one I use for sketching at home, so I will need another before I can put it in my backpack. But yeah, last thing I've got in the front here is just some tape. Don't want to take that out right now, but yeah. Now, before we get to this pocket, I'd like to mention that the reason that I put everything that's here, up here, instead of further in the backpack, is because it's stuff that I need ready access to and really easy to get to. For example, I'm pretty sure that in almost every single class I'm going to need a pencil. Therefore, it's right easy to get right when I enter the class. Same with gum. If I'm stressed, I don't want to have to go searching through my entire backpack. It's right there. Same with the fidgets, and if I need a pencil sharpener, it's probably because I'm writing a lot, and if I'm writing a lot, I'm normally rushing, and if I'm rushing, I want to have it quick, easy access. As for these, it's normally like I pick something up in the hall as I'm walking to the next class, and therefore, once again, need ready access to it. Moving on to this pocket, this is where I keep everything else that I might end up needing, but don't need very quick access to. I've got scissors for probably mostly art class, and maybe agriculture, science, maybe math, I don't know. Anyways, I'm probably not going to be using these every day, and so they are set in here. Same with my graphing calculator. Probably only be using this for 1 or 2 of the math units, and therefore I have no need to keep it out and about for the entire time, but I might move it to this pouch when it comes to the unit where we're using it. I've got a second sharpener here. I don't like this one as much because it can break fairly easily in comparison, and so I only keep this in there because oftentimes my friends need to use one because they lose theirs all the time. Anyways, if we both need to use it at once and we only have like 15 seconds to finish an assignment or something, which does happen quite often, helps to have two. I've also got a glue stick, 2 erasers. Notice that they're fairly brightly colored so I can find them quickly. Of course, this is only if the erasers on the pencils run out, which they will, but yeah. I've also got a few other random things that I find around on the ground. I like using these for stackings and playing miniature games by myself and stuff if I finish early, because honestly, in classes like science and agriculture, I normally finish within a good 15 minutes of class, and it's an hour long, and I don't want to be sitting there. So, yeah. Then we've got all of this madness. Don't worry, I'll explain it. So I've got some pens to color sort and color coordinate. I chose ones that have very, very different appearances. None of them match or are similar colors. Then we've got 2 highlighters, a yellow and a blue. And they're ones with erasers so that when I end up accidentally writing the wrong thing 5 times in a row, because I always end up doing that, I have something to erase it with. And then here we've just got some more pencils, which are technically some for myself, in case I lose some of these or they run out, but also for my friends since they always end up losing them, and if I constantly pass out pencils, meaning mine, then I'm not going to have any, so yeah. Plus, I pick up ones off of the ground throughout the year to give away, and stuff like that, but just helpful to have. Moving to the side pockets, this one will be holding my water bottle, and the other one holds my block of wood. Yes, you heard that right. A literal block of wood. I got this at a field trip a while back, found it on the ground. I've had it ever since, and it comes in quite handy, actually. It's good for playing marble games and ball rolls when we finish early, and overall, it's just fun to have, to be able to say that I have a piece of wood in my backpack, but yeah, anyways. Moving on to the large pocket. As you may notice, it's quite empty, and I did this on purpose. Basically, I've got my notebook, and they recommend you actually have 3 of these, but I normally don't need it, at least I didn't last year, because I am quite good at note-taking and condensing. I also decided to separate it with dots into 4/4, so that there are 4 different sections in here that are all equally sized, but yeah. If I do end up needing another, I can always get another, but for now, this works. And it also makes it easier so that I'm not rummaging through and trying to find out which one to get, and it's less heavy because I do have shoulder problems, but yeah, anyways. Then here I've got my 3 folders. So I've got the green, and this side is science, this side is agriculture, and then for the blue, this side is ELA, this side is history. Then for the red, this side is math, and this side is other. Now, I don't know what classes I have in which order yet, but once I do, I will put these in the order of the classes. So say I have science, then ELA, then math. It would be in this order. That way, when I take it out, when I put it back, I put it in the back so that the next one for the next class is right out in the front when I need it. And then again. And then by the next day, it will have cycled through. And yeah. Another thing I keep with me, but not in my backpack, instead in my jacket pockets, are these. First of all, a marble. I play around with this a lot at school and really any time that I'm waiting. So I like to keep it on me at all times instead of in a backpack. Next up are these 2 shells. I like to play around with them and fidget with them and stuff like that. So yeah. Since they're small, I figured why not put them there. As far as this goes, this is probably my favorite fidget of all time. It's weighted, and it's heavy metal, and it's also magnetic, so I don't have to worry about it breaking. It spins really fast, but I can't do it with one hand here. And yeah, I really like spinning it, and then also just messing with the tops like this. And then also it comes apart, which is fun. Like I said, it's magnetic. So that's awesome. Fits together like this. Last two things are things that I wear. First of all, my face mask. This is a KN95, and instead of using the ear straps, that actually really hurts me for some reason, so I attach a string to the back, and it works just like this. And finally, my jacket. Not only do I just really like wearing it because I can hold on to the sides if I'm like stressed or I need something to hold, but it also has these buttons which I like to clip on and off just as a fidget, and side pockets which hold anything that I collect throughout the day, along with a few fidgets. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time.